Hello, hockey fans. My name is David. Thought I would start this YouTube video at 11:26 on the evening of Monday, 12th of December, 2022, North American Eastern Time. I watched parts of 3 games featuring Canadian NHL teams, so roughly in order how they started. The Habs home game against the Flames went first. The Oilers road game against the Wild started after that. Oh, to be sorry. The Sens home game against the Ducks started after the Flames Habs one. And to end off the night, we have the Oilers road game against the Wild. And yes, start off with the Sens game. It was 3-0. It's a shutout. Cam Talbot did amazing. I didn't watch much of that game because there were 2 others, fighting for my attention. The Alberta team's in action, so I definitely want to go for those because those games were tighter, much tighter. Sens 3-0. Leafs got to be careful because the Ducks are going to be flying south to Scotiabank Arena to face the Leafs in the Tuesday game. So. And we know what happened. Leafs last time Leafs played the Ducks, it was a loss. Usually, it was an overtime loss. So yes, it's Leafs have to be careful. Ducks are probably going to be very determined to win. They were shut out after all, embarrassed. if you're a Ducks fan. So yes, the Flames end up getting a point and a shootout loss. Jake Allen of the Habs and Jacob Markstrom of the Flames played amazing, stopping from the first period right through to overtime, all but 1 shot each. The Habs scored 2 goals in the shootout to the Flames 1. It's very close, very entertaining, very tight. Flames lost their 3rd game in a row, although it was the 2nd game Flames lost that did not involve a regulation loss. So the Flames have 2 points over the last 3 games. Not great. They'll be in action against the Canucks at the Saddledome on Wednesday Eastern Time. Also look at, the Canucks are not in action until that day too. So now to go to the Oilers, and boy, did the Oilers the offense went absolutely ice cold. Aside from Barry, McDavid, Draisaitl, I believe. Or no, Hyman, Barry, David, whatever. The offense was just no good. Let's see what time it is there. We're going to turn on TSN Sports Center pretty soon. But there's no doubt whatsoever that these Oilers offense, secondary scoring, very inconsistent, comparable to the Game 7 of the Bolts Leafs 2022 playoff series. Nick Paul scored 2 goals, and Morgan Riley scored 1 goal. Assisted by Matthews and Marner. So secondary scoring in that crucial 7th and deciding game of that playoff series was just huge. The secondary scoring had a big fat 0. The Oilers are now, during the regular season, they are extremely vulnerable. I look at the standings and things don't look too good out west. So what I thought I would do is just going to present you a little bit of the standings here. Yeah. You can see there. I apologize if lighting is poor, but you can see there. I do predict that the Tuesday Avs game against Flyers is going to be a win for the Avs. And, as long as the Avs... Keep going here. As long as the Avs win... just going to heat the volume. All right, so just going to heat the volume in the meantime. But yes, so the Oilers I look at the Oilers and Flames are respectively the 1st and 2nd wildcard spots. But unless the Oilers get at least 1 point against the Preds, it's going to could be dropping down and out of a playoff spot. It's just wildly inconsistent. So, Sports Center Jay Onright's going on. We watched the episode. Now it just looks like there's going to be a discussion of NFL games. So it's not too bad. Yeah, it's NFL, so it's football. Gridiron football season is still alive and well over in the contiguous United States. And yeah, it's hard to believe that the NFL regular season is almost over. It should technically be the 2022-23 NFL season because the NFL season started this year but ends next month, or at least the regular season ends next month at the latest. Whatever it is, there's no doubt whatsoever. These Oilers have work to do, and they're flying out from the south of Minnesota all the way down to the Music City, Nashville. But it's going to be interesting to find out because, yeah, these Oilers are skating on thin ice in terms of their playoff, in terms of getting to stay in a playoff spot. Yes, the Oilers are competitive. They are in a playoff spot, but they could drop down bigly if they don't up the game pretty soon and string together loads wins. In fact, the Leafs have won over a dozen, have points in over a dozen games. And yes, they may not get all the way up to first in the Atlantic. The Leafs are already. Let's take a look at it here. All right, let's go to the Leafs and to what degree they are in the top 3 divisional spot. So I'm just going to get up to here, and yeah. I do apologize if the lighting is not good. Look at the Leafs. They are 42 points. They are 10 up on the Red Wings for a top 3 divisional spot. Okay, so the Leafs are vulnerable to, well, they're 7 points ahead of the Lightning, so that battle may be going on all season. But again, the Wings are, Wings have 12 points over the last 10 games. The Leafs have 18. So that's pretty good. Leafs can hold this up. They should be good. On the other hand, the Leafs, can't take for granted. I mean, the Wings, after all, have 2 more games they have to play this season than the Leafs do. At least before the 2023 postseason. But again, Leafs are doing good, and if they can continue that way, they shouldn't have a problem getting into a top 3 divisional spot. The other question will be what that will be. Where that will be first, second, or third. But again, will I consider the current Leaf season a success if they, if they have a great regular season? It won't be enough for me because again, the Leafs have to find a way to win games in the postseason. And enough's enough for the first round losses and all. But again, cross that bridge when you get there. Anyway, I will end off with good night and go Leafs go.